One. Can you hear it? Cool. All right, where's my tablet? All right, Zane, I'm just gonna hand it off to you. You're right here. You go right here. Yeah. It is now. Alrighty, we're good. Yep, we're good. We're good. I just looked at the stream. We're good. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a second. Before I do, though, who's ready? Come on. You got to do better than that. It's a Friday. Come on, let's go. Let's get a little excited here. Come on. Let's go. So if you all don't know me, my name is Patrick. I'm the director of this year's VTHacks 9. This is our 9th year. It's amazing. It's incredible. I'm so excited to be here. If you see me on the Discord, I'm the guy with the fish for some reason. Who knows? But I like to fish, and that's, as you can see, it's a very striking resemblance. We're so excited to be back in person this year. Last year, we were able to have a virtual event, and that was great. But I'm personally so excited that we're back in person here for VTHacks 9, even if only halfway. I want everybody to know, whether you're participating virtually or in person, our goal of planning the last 10 months almost, hundreds of hours of work, is to give you the best weekend we can give you. So if there's anything that's happening that's not the best weekend that we can give you, please let one of the people that, if you're in person, one of the people in Quarter Zips know, or if you're on the Discord, just use the @organizer tag or message me directly, and we'll get any issues you might have resolved. So before we get too far ahead of ourselves into the real exciting stuff, there are a couple logistical things we have to go over, both for in-person and online. So in terms of what you can expect this weekend, so yeah, there's a bunch of things. If you've never been to a hackathon before, awesome. I'm super glad you're here. I remember sitting in high school in my first hackathon. It's a blast. Can I just get a show of hands? Who here this is their first event? This is their first time coming to a hackathon. Awesome. Come on. Let's go. Let's hear it. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to see. Because for me, it started a lifelong passion. It's what got me into computer science. It's what got me where I am today as a junior in CS here at Tech. And I love every moment. Not only are you here to learn about code and attend some awesome workshops and build a project, but also make new friends, especially for you tech students, meet other people who are in your major, or even just people you might run into on campus. You might not know who they are, but you find at the end of the weekend, they're your best friend. Learn new skills. We're going to have a ton of awesome workshops here for you all to grow your skills, especially from our sponsors. They're going to have some super awesome topics that are related to both code and also what it means, what it takes to become a software engineer in the real world. Like I just mentioned, those awesome companies are going to be here throughout the weekend. We have Peraton, Mantech, Capital One, all of our sponsors who are here for you and to get to know you, and they're all looking for interns. So check them out. Yeah. Exactly. And last but certainly not least, we want you all to have fun. That's why we have prizes. For those of you who are in person, we got some free food. For those of you who are tuning in online, we're going to have some swag coming your way if you live in the US. Even if you don't live in the US, we're going to have some stickers coming your way too. But really the goal for this weekend is to have fun. So if you're not having fun, talk to me because I'll make sure you have fun. I guarantee you're going to have a fun weekend. So just some fun facts that we have for the event. Logistics. Never mind then. Oops. Okay, so down into some of the more nitty-gritty things in terms of logistics. After these ceremonies, if you were down in the atrium area, you're good to go. You're golden. You can just go right back to your table and start hacking. If you were in room 1060, you're going to be taking your stuff and coming up here. Up here, we have outlets, everybody. I think there's Ethernet. I don't know if the Ethernet connections work there, but we have outlets up here, and it'll be nice and easy for you to use. If you're not a VT student, then I would recommend you use the VT event Wi-Fi network. That'll make it so you don't have to sign up for an account or anything like that. If you are a VT student or you have access to EduRoam, I would recommend EduRoam. It's the standard, and it's the standard for a reason. In terms of submission and prize information, please check out our dev post. That has everything you're going to need in terms of what makes you eligible for a prize, what makes you eligible for swag, and all those good things there. For our schedule, you want to check out our live site, live.vthacks.com. That has all the information you're going to need about the schedule. I'm going to give a short preview of it, but it's subject to change. So if you're looking for what's going on, the live site is your best friend, and it will also have meeting links if you're attending virtually. It'll have those there for you to use. Finally, again, hopefully you've signed up for the Discord at this point. If not, I'm actually impressed that you're able to find our opening ceremonies without being on the Discord. But if not, head over to the Discord server. That's going to have all the information. If you have any questions, that should be your first avenue to ask them. In regard to the Discord, if you came here without a team, don't fret. We have a team formation channel there, so you can find new teammates, find people who are interested in working on similar things to you, and you can form a team and build an awesome project together. So some more in-person specific things. Really, there's going to be at least three of us in the quarter zips on site at all times, if not more. If you have a problem, like I mentioned earlier, find one of us or reach out with the organizer tag on Discord. In the event of an emergency, follow the exit signs, kind of like I'm in a plane, like follow the exit signs and find safety, and then find instructions from organizers. The priority is your safety, so take that into respect for yourselves. Virginia Tech has graciously allowed us to use this space. They don't have to. It's been 2 years. We used to do it in other venues, but they've graciously allowed us to use this space, so that comes with a couple of qualifications. And I do ask you to respect them because it's one of the reasons that we were able to have this space. And if we want to have VTHacks 10 in person, we have to make sure we follow these rules. For cleanliness concerns, we ask that you don't bring food or drink into the classroom areas. So whether that be 1060 or 1020 downstairs or this area, we ask that you don't eat your dinners and your meals in here, just for cleanliness issues and to save our custodians from having a real hard time. I understand that's annoying and it can be frustrating, but I do ask for your patience and I greatly, greatly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. We're also going to be doing meals and waves, so hopefully there shouldn't be too much congestion there. And we have plenty of food for everyone. Again, if you don't have food, talk to me. You will be fed. Secondly, for fire safety reasons, we asked that you not sleep in the venue. That was the other stipulation they gave us. We asked you all when you filled out the in-person form to say that you had somewhere else to go in case you needed to sleep. That's just a safety concern and also a COVID-19 measure that the school has put into place. Finally, you're in a school classroom building, so no use of tobacco products or e-cigarettes at any time. Finally, for COVID-19, Virginia Tech still has a mask mandate in effect for all indoor spaces. So when you're not eating or drinking, we kindly ask you to keep your mask on just for everybody's safety and for the safety of yourself. And then also, the usual things your parents told you: wash your hands before you eat. Like, don't get all up in somebody's personal space. Little simple things, and it'll keep us all safe. In terms of schedule, this is again a tentative schedule. If you want the most updated, please, 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 I cannot stress it enough, check the live site. That's gonna have all the information you're gonna need. Some kind of highlights. Right following these ceremonies, Zane, my co-director here, is going to be running a beginner's hackathon workshop, which is a great first place to go if you've never been to a hackathon before and you kind of want to learn what to expect and the next steps going from here. Also this evening, we're going to have some fun events. MLH is going to have their Bob Ross and their werewolf events, which are super awesome. Those are a lot of fun. I really encourage you, if you can, to go to those. And we're also going to have some great workshops as well throughout the evening. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. is breakfast, starting at 7 a.m. I know, bright and early, but we'll have that for a few hours. Important things to note on the schedule is to check out our sponsor events starting at 10 a.m. With Mantech and Peraton giving their tech talks in the morning, and then also doing their UX events throughout the day. At 7 p.m. we'll have dinner. It's marked in this, again, check the live site, because right here it's marked incorrectly that at 7 p.m. is dinner. At 4 p.m. is the sponsor fair. That's going to be time for whether you're in person or digitally to connect with our sponsors. They're here to connect with you and to get to know more about you, especially if you submitted your resume. So we really encourage you all to visit their tables, to head to their Discord channels. They're going to be there to answer questions about what they do. And later on in the presentation, they're also going to give a short little insight into what they do as their companies. Finally, at 9 p.m. on Saturday, we ask you all to have an initial dev post submission. Basically, this can be a totally blank project. There doesn't have to be any content in it. But what we do ask is that you submit a project and you have listed your teammates on that submission, so that we know how many projects we can expect for the next morning, just for our own logistical sake. It doesn't have to have anything in it, but it just has to exist at that point. Finally, on Sunday, your project submissions are due at 8 a.m. Sunday morning. And I'm going to say that one more time. Project submissions are due at 8 a.m. Sunday morning. Please, please, please don't be late. After 8 a.m., we will not be accepting any submissions. Also, throughout the night there, that's at that point, you want to have everything together. We're going to talk a little bit more about what exactly that means, but it's going to include a video, code, and everything else that would come with a project submission. And then we're going to wrap up. Everything should be wrapped up by 3 p.m. on Sunday. If you have any questions about the schedule, first, please check the live site. Second, come find one of us, and we'll be more than happy to help you. This is a map of the event. You all found this building. Great job. You found Torgerson. So if you hear somebody say Torg or Torgerson, if you're not a Virginia Tech student, it refers to this building. The room we are currently in is room 2150, also going to be called the auditorium. Downstairs on the first floor, that area with all the tables and where we have the food set up and the check-in and all that kind of stuff, that's the atrium area. And then we also have the 2 classrooms on the first floor, 1060 and 1020. As you can see, 1020 is going to be down at the end of the hall by food, and 1060 is going to be the much larger room that's by check-in. So if you see for a workshop or an event, you're looking for the room, this is the first place to go, and we're also going to have all the signs up and labeled for you all there. Finally, like I mentioned, in terms of submission rules, again, I'm going to say it a third time because hopefully 3 is a magic number. Submit your projects by 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who aren't in Eastern Standard Time, that's 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Submissions, in terms of very basic rules, submissions must include a 2 to 3 minute long video explaining your project, demoing it, and kind of showing off some of the functionality and maybe some of the code as well. Also, that code that you're going to be submitting must be original. It has to be created entirely during the event, the length of the event after. So basically starting as soon as we're done here until Sunday at 8 a.m. and only submitted to VTHacks. We don't allow multiple submissions to different hackathons throughout the weekend. Again, if you need more information about the very specific rules, if you have a very specific question, the dev post is your best friend. Find it there. We have all the rules and eligibility guidelines all lined out for you there. Finally, before my last little spiel here is some hacker resources. Oh, no, here's fun facts. Okay. If we go to the next slide, I think we should have some graphs. No, we don't have graphs. Okay, we're going to keep moving. So your first line of defense is the important links channel in the Discord. That's going to have some great information for you in terms of starter kits, APIs, and also some helpful hints to get started. We're also going to have our Beginner's Guide to Hackathon, like I mentioned earlier, right after this. So tune in for that if you're interested. And then finally, like I mentioned earlier, the Important Links channel is your best friend. And if you're looking for information, we also have a mentorship channel. So if you're looking for help with a particular technology or software stack, that's a place you can reach out to other hackers and to our lovely sponsors for information. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to my co-director, Zane.
All right, thank you so much, Patrick. So, hi, my name is Zane. I'm the co-director, and one thing I want to do is introduce our keynote speaker, Marguerite Scott. So, Marguerite Scott is one of the first 6 Black women to attend Virginia Tech. She's been fighting for advocacy and equal rights for all kinds of marginalized groups, and yeah, she's definitely had an impact on VT through every generation. I'd like to kick it off to her keynote talk on a perspective on VT and technology.
Hi there. Hope everybody's doing well. This is my first time ever being a keynote speaker. I didn't know I was going to be that. I thought I was just going to give you a few bits of advice, but whatever. I'm glad to be here. Back in my day, I came to Virginia Tech in 1966, and computers were in a room. A big room. It took up the room. Nobody had anything called a personal computer at that particular point in time. So you can imagine what that might be like. And 50 years from now, you'll be looking at the technology of today probably and thinking how how much advancement has been made since your days at Virginia Tech or wherever you might be in school, since I see there are students from other places here as well. When I was in school and we were doing projects, we had to give someone the information that we wanted to be put on, I believe, those little cards, and the cards were then fed into the computer and it came out with the information that you needed. It was a long and tedious process, and it took, people that you didn't particularly know to help you get through the situation. So I'm glad for all the people who were in computers then and for how you all have managed to make things so easy today. When I went to school, my parents gave me a portable typewriter. You may not know what that is, but let me tell you, word processing is 100% easier than any typewriter with tape that you had to use for mistakes that you made and all that sort of stuff. Have mercy that you all were smart enough to figure this stuff out. Now, I'm an old lady. I've been, I think I've about 52 years now from Virginia Tech. And I had a meeting today with some other old ladies. And just to make you chuckle a little bit, one person said that they had to swipe to get rid of an email, and it ended up getting rid of 100 emails. So that shows you how well we know how to work this system. So we haven't been able to keep up as much as you all. Back when I was in school, we were, not only was I one of the first 6 girls, we were the first large class of girls to come to Virginia Tech. There were about 400 of us. And so at this point, girls could major in anything they wanted to do. Although there were professors who would have rather us not be in their classes, and some who made that quite known. Girls had curfews, and so those who were in majors like architecture had to do their projects in the hallways of our dormitories. It was hard for them to get these things to their classrooms. And so girls had to fight to get things equalized for girls at the school. And they took a semester, but they weren't accustomed to women being on campus. So people had to fight to make things right back in those days. So keep that in mind, ladies. We have come a long way, and there's more way for us to go. So keep that fight alive. Some people say that you only live once, but that's not quite true. You die once. You live every day that you're here on earth. So make every day count. Live your life to the fullest. You're in college now. Some of you may be getting ready to finish. So I hope that you've had an adventure for 4 years. And those of you who have not quite made it that 4 years yet, hopefully you are making this an adventure. You're away from your parents. You're away from your siblings. You're making your decisions for the first time. You're living an independent life. So everything that you do now is going to affect your future. So here are a few things that I like to say, as I would say, words of wisdom that I did not always follow when I was in school. But you try to do it. As the saying goes, do what I say, not do what I do. The first one is study. Don't get behind in your work. Figure out how to compartmentalize all the things that you have to do. And if you do manage to get yourself behind, go to see somebody that can help you get out of the muck that you found yourself in. There are counselors, advisors, or the professor that you might be in a little bit of trouble with, and try to get back on track. Secondly, be an active listener. People don't listen anymore. They listen to a little bit, come to some conclusions, which are not very good. I'm assuming that today you take notes in a class on your computers, or you go to some site or whatever the case may be. But listen to that professor. And since you all probably do it that way and don't have to take notes by hand like we had to do back in the day, be an active listener. One of the goals that you all have tonight, I see, is to make friends and do that. That is so very important. These friendships can be for life. And I have friends from 1966 that I met there who are still my friends today. And so that's an important thing, to keep friends and have them forever. Now, very importantly to me is to be an agent of change. We were talking about the women and what they had to do to get things changed. If there's something that you feel that needs to be changed, and advocate for it. I did. And that spent my entire 4 years at Virginia Tech advocating for all kinds of change. A lot of it had to do with women's issues, but some of it had to do with something else. And so I'm going to tell you my story about that Confederate flag and the song Dixie. And to shorten this story up, my first football game that I went to, the biggest Confederate flag came out with the cheerleaders that I'd ever seen in my life. And the Hotty Toddies were playing Dixie. And that scared me to death. That was the first time my parents called me and said, maybe you want to come home, you'll be all right. But of course, at that point, I said, oh, no, I'm going to get rid of this. And so I managed to get myself elected to the Student Senate, and I worked on that. And eventually, that flag did come down, and Dixie was stopped. So be an agent for change. Keep yourself mentally, what's the word I want to use? Capable. Don't get down on yourself if things are not going exactly the way you want to. There are lots of programs at Virginia Tech that can help you out. And I suggest that you use those facilities that you have to keep yourself mentally charged. Get and take advice. There are so many doors for help at Virginia Tech now that were not afforded me when I was there. I was looking through the giving day groups that you could give to, and there's so many things that are there to help you out. There's no reason anybody should feel isolated or alone at Virginia Tech. Whatever your ethnicity is, your sex, your major, whatever the case be, your religion, everything, it seems, is there to help you out nowadays. So please take advantage of those things. Very importantly, don't get into credit card debt. Everybody wants you to have their credit card, and it seems like that's what you want to do. Cut it up, throw it in the trash. Because you're computer people, you know this is good advice. Back up your work. Put it in the cloud or wherever you all are going to put it, because obviously somebody can hack it now. And so I'd like to know some more about this hacking stuff that you all are doing today. And lastly, Muhammad Ali said, the man who views the world at 50 the same way that he viewed it at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. Stretch yourselves, grow, embrace new ideas, and very importantly, take a few humanities courses. You will be very happy that you did. This is coming from a humanities major. Thank you so much. I enjoyed being with you all today.
Gave a lot of great advice there. I think we all have heard of it at least some point in our lives, but I think we don't take it to heart often enough, especially the part about new experiences. You'll be able to do a lot of that here. All right, so now on to our sponsors. All right, so now we're going to be introducing Mantech, and they actually have a video prepared that we're going to be playing now.
Hello, I'm Stephen Capinos, Vice President of Cognitive Cyber with Mantech. We're excited to be here with you this weekend at VTHacks as a sponsor. And I'd like to take an opportunity to thank the organizers for allowing us to introduce you to Mantech. Mantech is a mission-focused technology solutions and service provider to the federal government. We've been around for over 50 years and have over 9,400 employees contributing to our $2.5 billion of revenue. We're headquartered in Northern Virginia, and a large density of our employee population is throughout Virginia, Maryland, and DC. However, we have locations throughout the country. We provide our customers with a number of key capabilities, including cybersecurity, advanced data analytics, software engineering, intelligent systems engineering, and various types of mission support. We provide these core capabilities to help our customers achieve their mission today. However, we also have an innovation and capability office that focuses on 5 technology focus areas for meeting their mission in the future. These technology focus areas include data at the edge, intelligent systems engineering, mission and enterprise IT, A3, which is analytics, automation, and artificial intelligence, as well as cognitive cyber. Our in-demand skills probably won't come as a surprise knowing what our key capabilities and technology focus areas are. These include cybersecurity, software development, data science, forensics, and engineering. If you'd like to hear more about our opportunities or see our career listings, you can scan the QR code on the slide or visit the site indicated. We have a prize category and a challenge going on throughout the weekend. The prize category is best use of security and privacy. And our challenge to you is to recognize the potential security and privacy concerns relevant to your hack and to identify ideas which will address those concerns. We're not expecting you to necessarily thoroughly develop a secure solution, but we'd like to see you identify potential areas of concerns as well as ways that you might address them. We'll be judging all of the hacks from the weekend on this category, and we'll have a prize for who we deem to be the winner. The prize will be a Quest 2 VR headset kit. And now I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Emily.
Thanks, Steve, and good evening, everyone. My name is Emily Pillion, and I am a senior college recruiting and student program specialist here at Mantech. And I just quickly want to touch on a few ways that you can interact and engage with Mantech throughout the hackathon this weekend. So Saturday is going to be our biggest day, kicking off with our Tech Talk at 10:30 a.m. This Tech Talk will be with Dave Mack, who is an executive director of Intel, as well as Stephen Capinos, who you all just heard from. The center of this conversation is going to be around non-technical traits for technical success, as well as an overview of our technology focus areas. This will all be in Zoom, so be sure that you're checking our Discord channel to get that link. Later in the afternoon, we're going to be holding a scavenger hunt. This scavenger hunt is going to be all throughout Virginia Tech campus, so it's a nice break to take away from hacking, give your brain a break, come out and get some fresh air, and have the opportunity to win some prizes and Mantech swag. Following our scavenger hunt, we are hosting a cornhole tournament in Torgerson Hall. Again, another great opportunity just to turn off your brain for a little bit, come and hang out with your friends, play in the cornhole tournament, and win some Mantech swag. Lastly, we have our car hack. Our car hack is taking place all weekend long and is more of a leisurely event and a learning opportunity. You can choose to play and compete as a team or an individual, and it will all be in a virtual environment. This is another great opportunity to win some cash prizes. A reminder to stop by our booth. We are both going to be in person and in a virtual environment. Our in-person booth will be in Torgerson Hall, and our virtual booth will be in Discord. So whenever you have a free moment, if you have any questions about Mantech or any questions about any of the events that we're putting on this week, please come stop by and chat with us. Thank you so much for having us. We are looking forward to a fantastic weekend and getting to speak with all of you.
Yep. Thanks so much to Mantech. Definitely, if there's one thing I can advise you of, tomorrow during the coffee chats, make sure to crawl out some time to attend, because that's going to be very important. And also, like a bunch of our other sponsors, they're going to be offering internships as well. All right, so now we're moving on to our other sponsor, Periton, and I believe we have a speaker coming up.
Do you want me to just project? Yeah.
Yep.
There. It's stuck. There you go. Thank you. Hello, I'm Mark Adams, Vice President of Technology and Engineering from Periton. How many of you Is that better? Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry about that. Periton is a fairly new company, as we have been forming as a larger company as part of several acquisitions that have occurred over the last few years. But we've had an office here at Virginia Tech for, Greg, how many years? For 9 years. So this is Greg Kaufman right here in the front row. Greg is our lead, and actually all the gentlemen in the front row here are from Periton. I have 50 employees that work right here in Blacksburg at the Virginia Tech Center right down the street. And this is one of our premier groups of individuals within our company that are highly respected. In fact, I cannot really get enough resources because the company really loves the work that the team does for us from this team here in the Virginia Tech area. So one of the things that we use as a saying, and Brandon here's got a hat on. Turn around, Brandon, show him your hat. It says, do the can't be done. So do the can't be done basically means, how do I do something that's hard or something that's not been done before? A lot of our customers are expecting Periton to build and do things that have never been done before. Some of the work that we do includes managing and monitoring the deep space network for NASA, which includes when you hear about something going to Mars, our team actually manages and maintains the networks that actually talk to the spacecraft as they move throughout the universe. We also do unmanned systems, undersea, on the surface, and airborne systems. We are involved in that. We're also involved in building data analytics systems for a number of different customers, including the CDC, and also for a number of DoD customers who are looking for different ways to monitor for threats and find different ways to do things than they're done today. And so there's a lot of work going in AI and machine learning. So one of the things that you'll see, if you could change the slide for me, one of the things that we're sponsoring is the AI machine learning contest. So if you have an opportunity to build a project that's in that category, please submit it. And we will be having a prize for the winner of that section. We have a table downstairs. We also are going to be doing a virtual coffee chat tomorrow. between 4 and 5. And you can find us right on the Discord channel. So make sure that you're looking for us on the channel. And probably the most important one is this energy drink pong, okay? So this is a good practice session for how do I stay up all night before the finals. And this will give you an opportunity to kind of practice. So before the finals come, you actually have an ability to do that. I don't personally drink a lot of energy drinks. I'm already a high-strung person. So it's really, these guys will tell you, it's really not a good idea. I really love the keynote speaker. And the one thing that she talked about was how things have changed so quickly. And I can't even imagine, like, in my lifetime, how things have changed, what it's going to change for you between now and when you're my age. I'm very old, okay? Let me just tell you a story. She told a story about those punch cards, they used to be called. And computers used to run on punch cards. So when I was in school, I actually would have to build a computer program and it would get punched into these cards. And then you had to protect those cards with your life. Because if one card got out of line, it would literally kill everything. It wouldn't even load. It would create an error. There's nothing you could do about it. You'd have to start over. So one of the tricks that we used to do with our friends was when they were to go turn in their program for the next day, all you had to do was simply remove one card. It's not a very nice thing to do. Don't do that. I didn't do it very often. So we at Peraton are looking for those of you that are interested in the kinds of exciting technologies that we're doing. We have an office right here in the area. Greg and team are hiring both interns as well as permanent employees as you all graduate. Please come and see us. These guys will be doing John, you're doing an AI session tomorrow on natural language processing, right? And so we'll be doing that. Please join that. John's one of my key guys. He and others on the team. And so that's going to be an exciting event. Please join that. So with that, I'm going to get off the stage. I'm really excited that we're able to support this event, and thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. One thing I can't say enough about Peraton, I worked there over the fall last year. I can't say enough good things about Peraton. Flatlined. Okay. Well, let's just play the video then on the projector.
Hi everyone, my name is Boril Demi and I'm a software engineer at Capital One. I'm here this weekend with Zoeb and Bhavani, who are also here to help you with your hacks. We're very excited for VTHacks this weekend. Our challenge this weekend is the best financial hack. We know it's broad, but we're looking for something creative, unique, and complete. Our prize for the best financial hack is $250 Amazon gift card for each member of the winning team. We also have an API you can use. Keep in mind that you don't have to use it to qualify for our prize, but you can find the API at api.nessieisreal.com. Feel free to drop by our virtual booth or Discord channel if you have any questions about our challenge, our rules, or if you just want to chat. Thanks, everyone, and good luck this weekend. Hi, everyone.
All right, thanks so much, Capital One. And now we're going to be introducing MLH, our MLH representative for this hackathon.
Thank you. Okay. And then it's just enough to talk like this, and that's it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Next slide. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hello. I'm so excited to see you all. I guess I'm looking at the Twitch chat too, so I can see them, but technically, this is so exciting. My name is Fazia, and I'm a student at University of Maryland, kind of like you a little bit by weekdays, and a coach for Major League Hacking on the weekends. I'm really excited to be here with you all this weekend because this is my 45th coach hackathon. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I also want to remind everybody that Major League Hacking will be active on social media throughout the weekend, so be sure to follow us at the above usernames. Next slide, please. So if you're like me 5 years ago and you're attending your first hackathon today, hack.mlh.io is a really incredible cheat sheet for literally everything I'm about to go over. It's also a great resource for you, even if you've been attending hackathons for like forever. Wherever you find yourself between those two spectrums, I hope you take advantage of this resource. Next slide. So if you're not already on Discord, what are you doing? I mean, he said this earlier, like, how did you get here? You need to leave. I'm kidding, but not really. Joining the Discord server will allow you to get notifications about every single event that's happening this weekend. So make sure you check your email if you don't have the Discord link, because the organizer sent the link to you. Next slide. So let's talk about Major League Hacking. Major League Hacking is a global hacker community that consists, next slide, that consists of hackers from North America, where I am right now and where we are, Europe and Asian Pacific region. And so our mission is to empower all of you that form our very community. And so by being at one of Major League Hacking's events, wow, we're on the same wavelength, virtually or in person, you're earning more points for your school in our season-long contest and improving your rankings. So the more folks you get from your community to attend these events, the more points you're earning. Next slide. So everyone in our community, next slide. See, look at you. I'm kidding. Everyone in our community is invited to apply to the MLH Fellowship, which is an open source. Next slide. Okay. Okay. Everyone in our community is invited to apply to the MLH Fellowship. It's an open source internship alternative with over 700 global alumni. And so if you don't already have a summer internship, the class starts May 31st. And we have partners who are involved in it, so you can get matched to companies like Meta, AWS, GitHub, and a number of different startups too. So check out the website. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. Check out the website at fellowship.mlh.io or come to me if you have any questions. Any project that you build this weekend can be showcased in your application. So kind of keep that in mind. So what are we going to do this weekend? Fine, you can come join me in painting like the iconic Bob Ross tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is like right after this, in Torg 1060, which is on the first floor. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be a great time to take away from hacking. And like Patrick said, the goal is to have fun. It's like the perfect place to have fun. And you can get t-shirts too for the season. Next, we're going to be playing slideshow karaoke at 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is also going to be on Zoom for those of you who are virtual and Torg 1060. If you've never participated, it's basically like karaoke, but without music and just like slides. Okay, finally, we're going to be playing Werewolf. Werewolf is going to be at 8 p.m. on Saturday, also on Zoom for people who are virtual and in Torg. I think 1060, I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. So that could also be really fun. All right. I'm here with t-shirts this weekend. So if you would like a t-shirt, come see me by coming to our events. There are 3 of them, so there's so many opportunities to get t-shirts. Yes, absolutely. And if you are here physically, as long as you checked in for this event, the organizers are going to send that information to MLH, and you're going to get a t-shirt in the mail. So you don't have to do anything special. Okay, so GitHub is offering a student developer pack that you can use to make your hacks possible, and it has industry standard tools, and the pack is chock full, and it's available for free with the student email. Now that you know what's happening this weekend, though, I want to talk about specific resources that we've brought to help you make hacking go well. So you can use GitHub. So if you want to win an Octocat swag bundle, you can sign up to the GitHub student program, and it's a really great way for you to use GitHub and learn better Git best practices And we're going to be looking at your commits and using, how you use GitHub best practices in your project. And you just need to host your project to a GitHub repository to qualify for this prize. The more creative you use GitHub, the better. Another prize that's available this weekend is Twilio. So Twilio is sponsoring the most creative use of Twilio prize category. And the prize is a Game Go console and a swag box, which I have with me. And you can use any Twilio API. And you don't need a credit card to sign up. And it's $50 trial offer. So as of this weekend, you can get a free .tech domain with domain privacy for 1 year if you use the code VTHacks. I'll be sure to remind you about this code throughout the weekend on Discord, or if you see me, or come by the MLH table. So if you check your pre-event email that you got, you can get a $50 promo code from Google Cloud credits, and you can redeem up to $100 for your Google Cloud account. And so come to me if you want more credits. I can get you some. And we're going to do a prize for the best use of Google Cloud. And then blockchain, it's a thing, right? Web3 and all of that. So DeSo is the official Web3 sponsor of the MLH Hackathon League. And it's short for Decentralized Social. And basically, if you use DeSo in your project, you're eligible for the best use of DeSo prize category. And you're going to receive $100 worth of DeSo coin, which is pretty cool. And some swag too. Meanwhile, how many people here already know that they want to build a hardware hack? Show of hands, maybe? Oh my God, okay, well, I only have 5 kits to give away. So if you come to the MLH table right after this, and you want an Arduino, Grove beginner's kit for your hardware hack, come to me, let me know what you're working on, and I can get you some kits. But again, I only have 5, so the sooner you come, the faster. And you can keep them, they're yours forever. Okay, another opportunity that you can use this weekend in your hack is Auth. Oh, next slide, yeah. It's basically an authentication platform, and you can use it to implement a signing process without having to write code. And it's really cool because they're offering a free sign up, and you can get swag for best use of Auth. Now, if this is your first time in a hackathon, or you just want a head start on a particular tech stack, I think I saw this mentioned elsewhere in the slides, but these are hackathon starter kits. They're very, very useful because they're templates. And so you can use them to get started on your project with literally any language or tool that you're interested in. Okay, this is just a summary. Cool. So I also brought stickers with me. If you submit your project at 8 a.m., right, on Sunday, and I guess if you demo your project at 9 a.m. on Sunday, you're going to get I demoed stickers. And they're really cool, and they're a nice way to commemorate the fact that you submitted your project. So if you want to secure your bag, in addition to all the sponsors that we have here, you can also check out the MLH Career Lab. So there's so many opportunities for you to get an internship this summer. It's the chances are so high for you this weekend. And so, on a serious note, MLH hackathons are a safe space for everyone. Wait, next slide. Okay, yeah. MLH hackathons are a safe space for everyone. By being at this event, you're agreeing to the code of conduct that you found on the website, organizers and sponsors too, and you should read it. But be respectful. Harassment and abuse are not tolerated. And especially with events like this that have a digital component, it's so important to remember that they're real human beings on the other side of the screen. Boundaries exist. People aren't ignoring you if they don't reply immediately. Just give them some time. They'll get to your questions and messages. And if you are having any issues at all, please come see someone. We literally all want you to have an amazing time. And so if you can't find someone, just use the phone number or the email. And thank you again to all of our partners. And happy hacking. And I'm so excited to see what you'll come up with this weekend. Woo! Okay. Oh my God. Thank you.
As always, thank you to MLH for being a partner with our event. For as long as I can remember, VTHacks has been an MLH event, and every year they bring the heat in terms of all the stuff she just mentioned. So please take advantage of it. It's here for you, and make sure you get it. Go ahead and use it. Finally, this is probably what you've been waiting for and listening to me talk this whole time. This is probably the moment you've been waiting for. Prizes. Who's excited to win something? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So in addition to all the awesome categories you just heard from MLH and the rest of our sponsors, we also have these categories as well. These kind of your standard first, second, and third, and everything, all these prizes and all the information you're going to need about them is going to be on our Discord after opening ceremonies, including the prizes, eligibility, kind of different criteria for all of them, including for the sponsor prizes. So if you're looking for information about prizes, the dev post is your best friend. I've been saying a lot of things are your best friend this evening, but it's probably your best friend for real, for real. With that, I don't have anything else. One more. There we go. That's all I have. Thank you so much for those of you who are in person and virtual. I'm excited to see the projects you guys create, and I will see you all in 36 hours. Woo!